Hey, this is Frank from Tested, and we're here at Monsterpalooza with Mike Hill. Mike's unveiling another one of his amazing sculptures. This one is the iconic photo of Elsa Lanchester as the Bride of Frankenstein putting on her makeup. Mike, you killed it again. This is awesome.
Cheers, mate.
So, a lot of sculptors that do things here, they do these life-size portraits, but a lot of people don't do every single step. And Mike does like 99% of this work.
Yeah.
From sculpting, body casting, molding, painting, punching hair. You do it all.
I think, well, for one thing, it's cheaper if I do it all. But the other thing is, I like to be in control of that and see how it goes. I do have one assistant, but I like to keep my finger in every part of the pie,
I think that's the greatest thing is like being able to touch like every little nuance and like really perfect it.
Yeah, but and a piece of artwork is a part of you, and as soon as you let somebody else in, it has an alien effect. It doesn't belong sometimes, you know? So if you're doing a piece of fine art, I think that as much as the artist does is how it should really be. You know, it keeps it there. It's their souls in it, and you're trying to bring a soul into this. Too many souls don't work. You know?
So for like the head, you sculpt these from scratch out of wet clay, which is water-based clay.
I actually for once did this in Siobhan.
Really?
Yeah, because the shot was so hot, and I just thought I can't keep fighting with that clay, so I did it in Siobhan this one. But I normally do wet. You're right.
Yeah. So all these other ones were pretty much all wet clay.
They are all wet clay. Yes. Yeah.
And then so you sculpt this from scratch, not from a life cast, not from anything else, all just from pictures and reference photos.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then for the body, you put a person in the pose that you want him, and then you do a body cast in whatever that.
That's right. I molded. Actually, Frank was my Harryhausen body, my Ray Harryhausen tribute. I molded Frank for that. He got to sit on his ass while we did that. This was actually my assistant Megan. This was her body, her arms, her elbow. But the head is sculpted from scratch.
That's so great. You bring such a life to these things. It's really, really hard to do. Like there's that little bit of a soul inside of the expression and the position. And
as you'll know with this one, what I tried to do, because it was Elsa behind the scenes so it's not Bride of Frankenstein per se. It's Elsa behind the scenes of Bride of Frankenstein, which is a difference. So she's not. You haven't got that monster side of her. This is the real side of her. The trick was to make her look like she was wearing makeup, so I had to kind of mess up the surface.
Make it a little bit cakey.
Yeah, a bit messy, and that's how so I hope people read it as that. It's meant to be like you see where her eyebrows have been greased down and drawn over. So that was a nice challenge instead of just doing another monster.
It looks like lived in. It's not just pristine.
That's right. Yeah. You know, I did try and clean to show a flash on the wrinkles like it happens when you got makeup on. Yeah. But it aged it too much, so I had to fill that back in. Besides, she's repairing her makeup right now. So
that's cool. Now, when you have to interpret these black and white photos, like we knew what color Elsa Lanchester's hair was, but to interpret like the lip color and the eye color, like, do you have to like try and figure out what that might have been used back then, or you just kind of?
Yeah, well, I just figured that it was very hard to get any color of what Elsa's makeup color was in that movie. As far as I know, there's not a lot of descriptions of it. Yes, we know her hair was red, and we know that she complained that Jack Pierce built these scars up every time, and it took an hour. So I built these up the same way, did them after the fact, not on the sculpture.
Oh, great.
So I could get that little element of, and then for the color, I just figured, well, she's, Frankenstein's made a better job of this one. Yeah. And she looks really pretty, and if I dare say, she looks hot in the movie. Pretty striking. So I figured it should just be a very pale human flesh, you know. I'd like to have gone paler, but to differentiate that and the elbow so you can see that it's her in makeup, but then it would have been too ghost white. So it's guesswork and see what looks pretty. Well, Rick Baker saw it today and he didn't say it was wrong, so I'm happy with that.
Well, getting a thumbs up from him is awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Well, cool. Well, this is another amazing piece, and I can't wait till I see what you do next year.
All right, Fred. Cheers, mate. Cheers, buddy.
All right, thanks, man.
Norm didn't shake my hand last time, so I got a handshake this time.
All right, well, cool. Well, we're going to keep walking around the trade show and see what else we can find.